Okay, what I put together is about 9 minutes of demonstration here of the problem with on-demand and the charts. What used to work, and I use on-demand to do a lot of practice every day, including weekends, and I'm finding the current update on the program in Thinkorswim for on-demand has broken charts. It's not usable in charts anymore. What I've done here is I'm basically looking at the SPY. I've got a 30-minute, a 2-minute, and a 5-minute chart up here. And I'm running it in normal speed at this point here just to show um, some of the problems. Right now it looks like it seems to be working just fine, right? You see updates going on here, and it's keeping track of what its current value is. But the problem starts to crop up when I pause and advance. And what I like to do is I like to open it up while it's running, put on a trade, and then pause it, and then advance it 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to see how it's changed. And I'm finding that charts that used to update within 2 or 3 seconds, even though it may be buffering or pre-buffering as you call it up there, the charts get updated within 2 or 3 seconds, whereas the pre-buffering could take up to 30 seconds or more. So I'm only interested in seeing how does it move forward from where I'm at by hitting the advance for 10 minutes at a time. Even though it may be paused or still running, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is at some point here I'm going to pause this or just advance it. We'll start with the advance to see if we see changes. Over time it just seems to get worse. This may be the reason why you guys haven't picked up on this problem, is that you run it like this, you may advance it, it looks fine, and you move on. Well, it's not working. You'll see shortly how it's not working. So I'm advancing it here. Alright, we're at 932 right now. If I push that button, we're at 942. Alright, and you can see some of the charts take a little longer to update. This doesn't seem so bad because it's gotten into the buffering. It's gotten out of the buffering right away, or pre-buffering out of it right away, and it seems to be working normally. We'll advance it again. Alright, now we're at 952. Two of the charts still take time to work, even though we're running at this point. The charts are taking longer to update than the data itself. So now I'm going to pause it. We're in pause. This chart is still trying to update. Now we should be at 208.75, and the charts seem fine. So what we're going to do is, let's see, we're on pause right now. So what we're going to do is advance it again. It pre-buffers, it's paused, the charts take longer to update. Now we should be at 208.61, and everyone is at 208.61. It looks fine, right? Just wait, and we'll see that it's not going to work. Here's 10:02. Now what we're going to do is advance it to 10:12. We're already paused. The charts, as you can see, are trying to update. Should be at 208.32. Oh, look what's happening here. It's seeking a value. Even though it started off with the right price, it's jittering all over. We're paused. The data should be static, and yet the charts keep wandering around, especially the 30-minute chart. The other two charts, the 5-minute chart's at the wrong values, showing 208.25, trying to reach 208.32. Same thing for the 30-minute chart. Once it reaches 208.32, it may or may not become stable. Alright, finally it's stabilized. And this is, if I advance, I gotta wait for this jittering to stop. Don't want to. I want to see what the exact value is 10 minutes later. So I went to I'm going to advance this from 10:12, another 10 minutes or so. Just seeing if all the jiggling has died down, which it looks like it has at this point. We know we're paused, all the values up there. So we're going to advance it now to 222 or 1022. Alright. You can see it's already paused, but the charts are still trying to update. Alright, now as the pre-buffering takes longer and longer, the charts take even longer to update. And you can see here it should be at 208.14. The 30 minutes still is trying to seek it out. The other two, the 5 minute and the 2 minute, seem to be alright at this point. But that 30 minute is still wandering around. This makes it impossible to use the charts anymore. And quite frankly, I use this a lot for practice. And if I want to advance 10 minutes at a time and I want to do it multiple times, I'm looking at the charts to update within 2 or 3 seconds, not after the pause has been occurred. So if data takes 30 seconds to update, which occurs after a while, it slows down. Here I'm going to advance it 1 day, bring it back to about 9:35. And we're going to see when I move forward on this, we're going to the 10th. When I move forward on this and we look at the chart again, we're going to see though, even though we're here in pre-buffering right now, or we put it to be on pause, but it's pre-buffering, so we don't know where the value is going to be. It hasn't updated anything. We're not at the next day. Now we're at the 10th. It's paused, and we can see here that it should be at 207.92. We're at 207.50 on the 30-minute chart. 207.91, excuse me. Alright, we're advancing it. Let's advance it. Alright, we're in pre-buffering. You see the charts still updating. And we can see that nothing is updated on the charts in terms of its value till now. Have we paused? No, we're still pre-buffering. So the charts don't have, it shows 207.66, 207.91. See, they're all over the place. We now have paused, and now that 30 minutes still seeking to get the right value. Should be at 207.50. We have 207.48 on the 5 minute, 207.48 on the 2 minute, and the 30 minute still at 207.80 and seeking. Should be 207.50, right? We're paused, and yet these charts are still trying to update. You can see all of them are jiggling around now. This just makes the charts really unusable. They should be the first to update. If you go back to the old program and run this, you'll see exactly what I mean, that the charts update within 2 or 3 seconds, even though it's still pre-buffering on the data.